we've all just gone randomly to a bookstore, picked up the book, read the back, and we're like, sounds interesting. And then you just take the book, right? But how are you going to do that with indie Black romance? If you just don't go to the bookstore and see the books there, right? That means you got to do a little bit extra work. What up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Reader's Delight, where we proudly read Black romance. Today's episode is where to find indie Black romance. So one of the things that I commonly hear from folks who are looking for Black romance novels is they don't exactly know where to find it, right? And a part of that reason is because there are about two kind of main challenges that kind of can come up for folks who are looking for indie Black romance. One is knowledge, and two is access. Knowledge. Independently published authors have always had the challenge of just getting the word out there. And I think that for indie Black romance authors, it's even harder to do that. Part of the reason is just getting the word out is really tough. You're trying to tell people, hey, I'm an author, I do this work, here's my book, here's what I've written, read it. And hopefully people like it, they'll leave a review, et cetera, et cetera. But the challenge is when you don't have the big budget to be able to promote your books, to really do all the marketing things that are necessary for success, it can be a challenge for people to even figure out who you are, what you're writing, and read your books. So again, knowledge is one of the things that can be a challenge. The second one is access. Now, unfortunately, a lot of indie Black romance authors are not in bookstores. You're not going to go to Barnes & Noble or Target and just go down the book aisle and be like, oh, there they are. It's probably not going to happen, unfortunately. And it sucks because if you are into this genre of, Black romance and you want to just go to a bookstore and buy it, it's just not as accessible as other authors are and other genres are. So a lot of bookstores don't tend to carry indie Black romance in their stores. And that can make it challenging because we've all just gone randomly to a bookstore, picked up the book, read the back, and we're like, sounds interesting. And then you just take the book, right? But how are you going to do that with indie Black romance? If you just don't go to the bookstore and see the books there, right? That means you got to do a little bit extra work. And that's part of the thing that's going to be happening with indie Black romance. You're going to have to look for it. It's not just going to as easily come to you. So this episode will give you a couple of tips on where to look for your next indie Black romance read. And in the description box, I'll list a couple of authors to kind of help you kick off your search. One of the things that you'll notice as you're looking for some of these authors is that you might even not know, who do I look for, right? So I'll give you a couple of author names to kind of check out to see what, you vibe with. But in a future video, I'll definitely go ahead and do a whole authors kind of list sort of thing to help you figure out which exact tropes or authors are the best for you. All right, so let's talk about a couple of places where you can find your next indie Black romance. So the first one, the place where I discovered indie Black romance, Kindle Unlimited. Now, if you don't know what Kindle Unlimited is, it is a subscription-based service for $9.99 a month as of today's recording, where you will have a list of a wide variety of books that you can read unlimited at the subscription rate. And not every author is on there, but a lot of authors are on there. And that's really was my entryway into indie Black romance. I saw that there was a promotional deal for Kindle Unlimited, and I said, why not? I like to read. So I went ahead and got it because it's like a free month. And when I just started to peruse on there, look through there and see what books were being offered, I thought it was kind of cool. And that's literally how I bumped into indie Black romance. Because I always loved romance, I would go to the top romance books and I would just read from the top list. So whatever was number one, I would just read that. And I guess eventually the Kindle Unlimited algorithm started to just show me romance. And so on the little thing where you scroll, I was like, oh, let me see that. And I just, started seeing more Black authors. I don't know how Kindle Unlimited knew I was Black, but it did. And I went and I just picked one. And when I started reading that, which I shared before was Inevitable Conclusions, I was like, whoa, this is cool. I love this. And then another one popped up and another one popped up. So Kindle Unlimited is a really great spot. One of the things I will say, this is why I'm going to list a couple of authors for you to check out, is that because Kindle Unlimited allows for independently published authors to post their novels, you can easily get a wide variety of authors. So you can get authors who this is their very first book, all the way to authors and this is number 100. It's a really wide range of authors that you will find and books that you will find on Kindle Unlimited. So the key is to know what you're looking for. So when you're looking for any Black romance authors, it's a really smart step to go with one that you enjoy and then look for other authors that Kindle Unlimited will recommend to you. That kind of helps you find a bit in alignment, the type of books that you like. Other authors that may be a bit similar, obviously not exact, but can help you discover new authors and then kind of dive in that way. So Kindle Unlimited is a really great resource. I think it's definitely one of the most affordable ones as well, just because for $9.99 a month, you can read as many books as you like. You can download, I think it's up to 20 books on your Kindle app, and you can use it on your phone, you can use your iPad, and you can also, if you have a Kindle, you can, so boom. There's so many ways that Kindle Unlimited is really just a great way for you to get into indie Black romance. Another way that you can discover indie Black romance is once you've kind of discovered an author that you like, you can actually go to authors' websites. A lot of authors actually will offer their books for sale on their own individual websites where you can purchase them from. So if you're like me, I like to have my books in paperback, preferably. I prefer paperback. I will read an ebook, of course, no problem, but I prefer to own my paperback books. It's just something about, feeling the pages, just, opening the book, not breaking that spine, that I just really enjoy about my books. So whenever I want to purchase physical books, if you're a person who's like, I don't do the ebook thing, which I respect, you can definitely go ahead and go to authors' websites and purchase the books from them. Also, an app you can actually look into if you are an audio girly, because I know my audio girlies are out there as well. The app called Hoopla, which is connected to your library, is also a spot where you can go and look for indie Black romance authors. Again, you do have to kind of know who you're looking for to then be able to get into Hoopla, but there's a lot of audiobooks on there that you can check out through your library. And you can listen to indie Black romance authors as well. So definitely check out Hoopla. It's a great spot. Check out any of the authors that I've listed in the description box and see who sticks out to you and just try it out, because that is definitely a really great resource to finding indie Black romance authors. They do vary based on your library though. So that's one thing to keep in mind. No one Hoopla is alike. So some Hooplas have more than others. Of course, you can also go to Amazon. I think Amazon is a really great resource for getting started with indie Black romance. I get it. We don't want to give Jeff Bezos any more of our money. He's rich. He's rich. However, one thing to also take into account is that Amazon's website is a really great spot to find a ton of indie Black romance authors. So if you are the type of reader who's like, look, I really want to get these books in paperback, that's really one of the best spots to go to. Definitely authors' websites. You can get them autographed, which is really cool if you're trying to build up your library and your collection, which I love a good autographed book myself. And more than likely, the books on the author's websites are the same price as they are on Amazon. So that's one thing to kind of consider too. But on Amazon, you definitely have a much larger catalog. You can see all the authors there all together, and you can kind of do a bigger search and just figure out what book do I want to read? Who's my next book bag? Who is he? You could probably find him on Amazon. So definitely you want to check out Amazon as one of your sources. Like I said, look up any of these authors that I'm listing in the description box and check them out. And the last spot that I recommend for you all who are looking to get into indie Black romance is through ReadHer. ReadHer is my small business, and it is a bi-monthly book subscription box that features a Black romance novel and 3 to 5 bookish things. It is an opportunity to give yourself a little bit of self-love through a curated book box made especially for you. So we've been in business for about 3 years now, and we've had over 20 Black romance authors thousands of pages and just a whole bunch of love. So if you are looking to get something curated, something that's really fun, something that's especially for you, you want to get your hands on ReadHer. I mean, I'm obviously biased, but it's definitely a really fun experience to get your ReadHer box, and I love it. And I think you'll love it too. So check us out. No pressure, but check us out. Also, maybe you've asked yourself throughout this video, why can't I find these indie Black romance novels in bookstores, right? I think that while while there may be some folks who have verbalized that they support Black authors, that they support Black literature and things of that sort, I think that the business of books really does prevent people from stepping up. And I really think that it makes it so that people are not sticking to the origins of why they even got into it. I created ReadHer out of passion and love for Black romance novels. That's why I did it. I did it because I wanted more people to read Black romance. And I've been really committed to that. And I've really been committed to them through every box, every author. Like inside and verbally, I cheer them on. And I want more people to read their books because they are so incredible, y'all. Like I promise, they're so good. And so that's why I did it. And I feel like the business of books has taken over is the original intention of just having books and selling books and creating a space for people to come and read books. And because of that, you don't find a lot of independently published authors in these bookstores. You find a lot of books that are from big publishing companies. And unfortunately, those big publishing companies are not as widely representative. And that's why I can't go into my Barnes and Noble and find a Black romance novel by more than one or two authors. It's just, they're not there. I literally went tonight. And the only author I saw there was Kennedy Ryan. And I love Kennedy Ryan. I love her. And I love that she's in Barnes and Noble. I just wish that it would be Kennedy Ryan and others. And I want that for Black romance. And so if these bookstores, the big ones, the small ones, the Black ones, are really about supporting Black love, Black storytelling, Black literature, Black authors, why aren't they in your bookstores? Why aren't they in your bookstores if you support it? And I think even especially Black romance, because Black romance is for adults and we see so much YA, and I get it. YA is great for young adults, but adults need adult content too. So why aren't they in your bookstores? Like, you support BIPOC authors. The B stands for Black. Where we at? So from my perspective, from my opinion, people got to get to work. People got to get to work. You got to reach out to these authors. You've got to be intentional about what you're showcasing. And if you're really about that life, if you're really about books, if you're really about storytelling, if you're really about the power of storytelling, understanding the impact it makes on people's everyday lives, then you would do the work. You would do the work. So that's why the best places to find indie Black romance right now are Kindle Unlimited, authors' websites, Hoopla, Amazon, and ReadHer. So for now, those are the best spots where you can find indie Black romance authors. So if you're looking to get into it like I have, please know that it takes a little bit of work. It just takes a little bit of effort, and you will just open these amazing doors to authors and books and stories that will just change your life, change your perspective, change your energy, change your vibe, change your day. just a little bit. Just go on ahead and find these books and get to work and get to reading. And as we collectively come together in support of these genres, these authors, these books, bookstores will have to showcase them, will have to sell them, and will have it much easier for us to access them. So yeah. So thank you so much for watching this video today. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and don't forget to subscribe and follow and tell your friends. And of course, read Black romance. Until next time, bye.